Alright, so video number 2. Because I have to keep asking God why? Why? Our marriage and my family and this financial thing has taken on so many different embodiments, and in each stage, I'm learning something new. But each stage isn't a progression of the previous stage. Each stage is a revelation of, it seems like, the same stage. I don't know, the best way that I can explain this is now I see that the devil is present in my family. And now that I fully know that, because first it was just like, okay, Willie Lynch, right? This was, the man's plan, which is the devil. The man's plan on my marriage, the physical manifestation of Satan on earth will be the man. And so in that, the physical manifestation of that which they put in place as a destruction of the Black American family. I can't speak for other cultures, only familiar with my own. But the systems that have been put in place for the destruction of the Black American family, definitely present in my home right now. It's imploding. Only because of our finances, my family is still together. And now I have to ask God why. Okay? This has to be intentional because nothing's accidental. So Andre said the other day, now that I don't have any money, you don't want me. And I'm like, no, I can't help that my spiritual awakening happened and coincided with our financial struggles. It's not that I don't want you, it's I don't want you in your present state. Because just like you keep telling me I'm not the woman that you married, I can't believe that the woman that married you. Like, what he's manifesting right now, I refuse to believe on any version of me, past, present, future, dimensionally, she would marry this man. This man is crazy. And I have to understand, because I do believe that the devil is busy. It says it in Job, when Satan walked up to God and was like, yo, where you been? He was like, I've been walking to and fro, finding people to mess with. So it says it in the word. So if you believe in the word, then you know that the devil physically walks this plane. And you understand, as God has angels, the devil got henchmen too. And as God can enter the body, we have to understand that the devil can enter the body too. And I identify those entrances as demons. And if your God body is underdeveloped, you are subject to entration. And when the entration enters said body, now said body is demon filled. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, that don't change what is what is. And so what I am in the midst of realizing is that, I'm not even fighting a physical battle anymore. This is literal spiritual warfare. My husband, who is mad at God, who, God, you over there, I'm over here. Why are you doing this to me, God? You have to understand, when we're in this energetic vibration, we are so separate from God. God don't even hear our prayers. When we got a problem with God, guess what? God got a problem with us. It's mutual. We match in energy. Read it. It's in here. It's in here. You reading it? You should be. This is a good book. It ain't just the good book. This is a good book. And so this is the man who lays next to me every night. And I'm just like, you don't even know who you allowing to take over your body. A man who says he wants his family and then goes and does and says the complete opposite of what you say you want. Yet you don't understand why all your family is looking at you like. Especially when I'm sitting here telling the kids, I'm just like, that ain't Andre. His body's overtaken. And we know that because the moment he says, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to, I did not. Yeah, we know it. We know it. We know it. Because this week we are love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Last week was love takes no records of wrongs. We ain't holding your actions against you, but buddy, you better figure out what you doing. And I told Dre today, I was like, you need to pull into God, because only God can save this marriage. He's like, there's I can't irreconcilable. I can't fix it. You can't. You can't fix the damage that you've done. I can't fix the damage that was done. The only way this marriage will stand beyond where it's at, because this marriage is over. The only way this marriage will stand beyond where it's at is if God enters the chat. And I've given it over to God. I don't know if I want this marriage. I love my husband. Like, when he actually comes into his space of he's just like, his vulnerability and he's actual Andre, and he's not the demons that have overtaken his body. I see him and I'm just like, I'm fighting for you, baby. I'm holding on for you. But when he's just moving in that demon energy, which is of 100% of his energetic vibration that he can utilize, he spends more time in that demon energy when it comes to our family than he does in himself. Which means I'm standing, I'm holding my position. I can't move. I'm a brick wall. I ain't got nothing for you. And I told him that today. I was like, you're not ready for the conversation that needs to be had. You think this is physical world, baby. This is spiritual warfare. And you have allowed Satan to take over your body. You are allowing Satan to destroy this family. Satan is in our finances. Satan is in this marriage. And every time you nut up on your family, regardless of justification, like my friend said, the devil ain't got no new tricks. So whatever your justification is to destroy your family, it does not change the fact that you are destroying your family. And so I just want to keep you guys updated, because it's like that flipping back and forth. It was all good a week ago. That flipping back and forth, I don't know. I believe that Andre has spoken to someone and they were like, well, I believe Andre has spoken to a woman because he's softened towards me and he's trying to be nice again. Oh, you went and talked to a female and they were like, well, if you just be nice to her, I won't be surprised he walk up in here with some flowers because you're talking to these women. I'm not like them. I don't want a Band-Aid over a gaping wound. Because the moment you get triggered again, we're back here again. So how do we stop being back here again? Is if I don't stand for that shit, period. And if it means you lose your whole family, then you lose your whole family. If it takes separation, it takes separation. I know God ain't for a divorce, but God ain't said nothing about separation. If you lose your family because you cannot change your ways without it being extreme, because we have programmed our children into adulthood to respond to threats, to respond to things being worst case scenario. Our kids don't change their behaviors until we're beating on them and cussing them out and all kinds of stuff. So now we have adults who ain't listening until they lose their whole fucking family. You understand how you got to stop treating your children that way? We cannot wait until everything is at the most critical state before we change our ways, and then wonder why we have nothing to show for it. All those years, all that invested time, down the drain. Why? Because you were too prideful. Because you were programmed and trained to wait till things reached a critical space before you did something about it. This don't need to be the last resort. This needs to be the first resort. This needs to be the only resort. Whatever your chosen faith is. I ain't trying to dictate what it look like, but it need to look like something. Y'all coming to God at the end. God should have been the beginning, the middle, and the end. And this is coming from a person that previously I used to mock God. God, what the... Now I know how foolish I've been, and I've repented. Forgive me my sins. I apologize again. And y'all need to apologize